Hey there guys, welcome back to Arcade Spirits. Or not? Hello? There we go. That was weird. Anyways, it's been a second. Oops. Again, not to get a little personal, but I've been very mentally in a rut, and the only thing I've really been able to focus on is writing, because I'm really trying to stay consistent with that, because that's like my #1 passion ever is writing. So that's really the only thing I've even been able to put my energy into, besides literally just rotting after work. Work's been miserable. Not to complain, but my job has been miserable for the last couple weeks, and now it's finally starting to not be so miserable, so I'm feeling a little better. And I was like, wow, I have not played games, like, at all. So now I'm ready. I think I'm ready to play games again. So we're back, and I really hope it sticks, but we'll see.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. The tournament scene is heating up, with contenders eager to scoop up precious points they'll need to qualify for the main event. All eyes are on the local laundromat crew who destroyed veteran Team L7 Gaming to secure first place at an underground tournament. Do they have what it takes to go all the way? Only time will tell. With a sponsor behind them and strong hype, they're on the right path, but need to focus their efforts if they want to get any further. For more on this developing story, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is really heating up.
Cool. I already forgot. What is this? Chapter 3? Chapter 3. It is the distant future year, 20-something. And I'm getting really sick of adulting. Oh, we're millennials! We are millennial. Oh, man. Okay, I'm starting to get to know my new friends. We're bonding, we're sharing, it's all lovely and wonderful. But they've also saddled me with the role of coach, manager, cat wrangler, and general-purpose problem solver for next fiasco. In short, I'm wearing a lot of hats right now. Sadly, one of those hats is real estate agent. But I don't have time to whine and complain. I'm committed to this, and there's work to be done. Which means putting together a team house. A team house is more than just a home for us. I need to build them a home. For intensive competition training, sure, but, also, somewhere they all feel welcome. Somewhere perfect. Also, since we won a giant FOD2 machine at Hamza's tournament, we need, somewhere to put that thing. It's too big to fit in Ben and Matt's little arcade. I was up until 3 AM working with Iris to try and find a perfect location for our new headquarters. But, well, search for a new home hasn't been going real well so far. Hopefully, Iris found something while I was blissfully unconscious. Iris, tell me you have good news. I have good news.
Hooray!
I've successfully eliminated another 73 candidates from our starting pool. That's good? Have you found any viable candidates? None that will match every parameter you've given me, I'm afraid. The money Crimson Tiger has earmarked for monthly rent is considerable, don't get me wrong, but finding a large enough place in the city itself and nearby good clean fun. Difficult, huh? This isn't a problem money can solve. The city's overcrowded and rent is sky high, so viable residential spaces are hard to come by. Well, crap. Next Fiasco is just getting used to the idea of dedicating themselves to FOD2, and asking them to uproot their lives without a perfect destination in mind? I figured it's easier to swallow the idea of upgrading from friends to roomies if I already had a really great locale lined up. It's a difficult proposition, to be certain. I wish I could be more helpful. I'm an Iris. Our purpose is to be helpful.
Suboptimal situation.
Normally, I'd fetch a knowledge base from my Cloud Collective to learn how to do this, but my sisters haven't developed a real estate skill package yet. Oh right, you can just download skills. You sure you don't know Kung Fu, too? Not much use for that when you don't have a physical body, Magnus. But I could get a personal trainer module if you want my help learning how to fight IRL. Let's focus on my gaming career before I become Meat Space Street Fighter, please. Okay. Perhaps you could consult with your teammates. See if they know of any potential homes I'm not aware of. I may be a powerful search engine, but I don't have the human resources and social connections others have.
My sources say yes.
Remember, friendship means sharing and communicating openly. Although, most human dramas seem to revolve around pointlessly keeping secrets and betraying each other for flimsy reasons. I sigh, leaning heavily against my desk over the keys. I guess I'd better just approach them, even if I don't have a perfect candidate already lined up. It's better than keeping secrets from each other. This isn't junior high school. We're better than that. Who wrote this? Are you from not America? I forget if this is, like, Canadian or something, because sometimes the word choices they use are, like, not very, like, American sounding, and I keep thinking it's American. But, like, nobody says junior high school. We say middle school. Unless that's a Midwest thing, because I grew up in the Midwest, and nobody says junior high school. That shit's middle school, bro. Also known as the worst time in your life ever. Oh my god. We should be better than that. Loxley should be better than that. I still don't know why he was sneaking around after Hamza's tournament. I may need to ask him about that later. Right, I'm heading over to Good Clean Fun to try and convince them during this morning's team practice. You can do it. I believe in you. Well, at least my digital fairy godmother believes in me. That's not nothing. Shutting down the computer of Theseus for now, I switch Iris back to my phone and head out to face the day. One long subway ride later and I'm facing down Good Clean Fun, what has been their home for years. I hope to find a suitable location for the team house in or around Chinatown, so we could keep using GCF, but that may not be an option. As I'm sorting out what approaches I can take, I peer around the nexus of soap suds and tokens and grease, hoping everybody's already here and available to chat with. The team keeps weirdly inconsistent hours. I spy with my little eye Loxley by his crane game, and Zapper and Rhapsody chatting by the washing machines, but that's it. Oh, no Domino, no Jinx, no Grace. Could be they aren't here yet. Did I accidentally skip something? Maybe not? Because I was pressing my spacebar and I pressed it too fast. Whatever, not important. Okay, who do I approach first? Okay, so we can do 3. We can catch up on game industry news. Domino, Zapper and Rhapsody, and Loxley. Well, we're gonna talk to Domino for sure. So let's just check that off first. Okay, no sign of Jinx and Grace yet, but I know Domino's around. Because that's his ratty old backpack tucked away in a dark corner of the laundromat. I keep suggesting he stash it somewhere secure, maybe use Jinx's apartment as a rest stop like Grace does, but, well... I don't actually own anything worth stealing, is how he phrased it, I believe. My point is that he has to be lurking around here somewhere. Where does Domino normally hang out? Oh, right. If he's in a depressive funk, I know exactly where he'd be. Yep, near the dumpsters in the alley next to Good Clean Fun. Although from his jolly old smile, he doesn't seem upset. Domino? Everything cool, or...?
Ooh, nice.
What a haul, what a haul. I mean, look at it. Someone threw out a perfectly good toaster. I bet it's probably just some minor wiring problem. I could fix that. And this office chair. Yeah, the upholstery's all worn out and it's missing an armrest, but it's still got the seedy part. It's still good.
Color me pleasantly surprised.
Man, it's amazing what things people just throw in the garbage. So, a busted toaster and a broken chair are not garbage? When you live in poverty like I do, they're priceless treasures. Like half my furniture is from dumpster diving. I I can't wait to get home and toast the ever-loving shit out of some bread with this thing. Once I rewire it, I mean. Not sure using dumpstered food prep appliances is safe. What do you do for a living anyway? You never talk about your job. If you wanted a toaster that badly, I could have bought you one. Let's ask him about life. I feel like we could get to know him better. Domino, what exactly do you do for a living? You never talk about your job. I mean, I know you keep weird hours, but that's it. Ah, that would be because it's not a singular job, but several part-time jobs, each with their own gonzo weird scheduling demands. The joys of life in 20-something, I'm afraid. The days of a 9-to-5 career you grind at for the whole of your life, coming home to 2.5 kids and a dog in the burbs, well, those days are long behind us. These days, you take what you can get. Hey, we're a pro team now, right? We have enough money that you could play FOD2 full-time on a team salary. Crimson Tiger is ready and willing to drown us in money. How about you switch approaches and game full-time? I've been considering it.
What if...
It's a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? Taking the money means believing in this dream of yours to be world champs. Believing this can be my future. The pragmatic side of me is screaming to not rely on that for my survival. It could all come crashing down. Not going to let that happen. I'm locked in on this course. I'm going to make it a reality. What's more, I'm looking into getting us a team house.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa, for serious? For serious? Dude, I would snatch that up so fast. Are you joking? There is not ever a world where if I could make money from gaming, I would keep my full-time job. There's no way. I totally get the fear of, like, what if it doesn't work? What if it comes crashing down? But that's something that I fear you do not slip by, you know? You don't let that shit go. Because it's better to have tried and gotten it than not tried at all and never have gotten it. You know what I'm saying? What is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take? So, yeah, he's gotta take it. Think about it. No more dumpster diving, no more terrible jobs, just doing the things you love. I do kind of like this, though. It's like, wouldn't it be fun to give this world the middle finger by proving you can play video games for a living? You know, get a little spark, get a little fire going in him. You know how they say living well is the best revenge? This way, you can get your revenge on 20-something itself. We dump all our good little worker drone jobs and focus on video games. Make our own path forward, with a home and a career, and tell the world where to stick it. It would be nice to upgrade my current level of existence, I'll admit.
Not the worst idea.
You know what? I had my doubts, and still do. But I'm on board with this. Why not? Can't be any worse than where I am now. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Besides, my current apartment is like 27% cockroach by volume. I'd be more than happy to move the hell out of there. So where's this new happy home we're all going to occupy? Well, about that... You don't actually have one in mind yet, do you? I'm working on it, with Iris. But I'm open to suggestions if you know any real estate opportunities. In this city, no. Well, if you ever get this dream off the ground, I'll be ready and waiting. Until then, I think I'd best be on toaster repair duty. Later. With that, he tucks the busted appliance under one arm and heads back into the laundromat. Well, he's on board with the idea of a team house, at least. But I'm still at square one for options. I should find the rest of the team and keep mulling this over with them. Okay, my idea is maybe if I talk with Iris or something, I'll get the opportunity to speak to my rival. Or at least it gets me closer to, like, the rival route. You know what I mean? Because if I focus, like, only on Domino and don't talk to my rival or something, I fear I will lock myself out of that, and I don't want to do that. Or if I give too much attention to, like, the other dateable people. So I'm gonna catch up on game industry news while I wait. Sadly, Ben and Matt are out today. Two of their less talkative, generic pizza minions are on hand to supply me with my deliciously cheesy lunch treats. That's fine. Some quiet time before everyone on the team shows up would be useful. It'd give me a few minutes to check up on industry news. But as I settle in to devour my za and thumb through my Twitter and Facewall feeds, my digital assistant pops up.
Hey, listen.
You'll get your greasy, cheesy fingerprints all over my spotless screen if you do that. Iris ordered me a box of sanitizing phone wipes the other day, without my knowledge. I've been using them at her insistence. Iris, off. I've got news to digest along with my food. Exactly. I can help you with that. How about I read your social feeds and favorite websites, then summarize all the info you need to know in handy digestible form. Beats messing up my lovely screen, at least. Huh. Okay. I keep forgetting you're not just a scary, powerful rogue AI that's arguably an entirely new form of life. You're also a useful app.
Hooray!
That's me. Useful to a T. Okay, hit me with the news. What do you got? Now, let's see. What's important to know in the world of gaming today? Fight Shack's just gushing with praise for next fiasco. You're on a hot streak, beating both P2W and L7. What can I say? We're on a roll, just as I'd hoped. Right, but what will happen if that roll comes to a halt?
Outlook unclear.
Remember, I'm trying to help you learn that your self-esteem doesn't have to hinge entirely on whether you're a winner or a loser. Or whether you win or lose, I mean. Saying you are a winner or a loser is kind of loaded, isn't it? The sort of thing I'm trying to avoid. I get it. But I'm winning so far, right? And I'm a team manager now on top of all that. That's more than I ever planned to accomplish. Obviously, I can't win them all, but I'm sure I can cope when we hit our first stumble. What's the big deal? If you say so. Just keep in mind you're still a good person and deserve happiness, even if you lose. Right, okay. Oh, speaking of your performance, here's something of note. I'm seeing lots of commercials about how the best way to play FOD2 is with an official FOD2 branded biofeedback joystick. It looks like the FOD2 Pro Tour signed them on as a new sponsor, which has increased the prize pot considerably. What's a biofeedback joystick? Oh, it's a glowing blue joystick that anticipates your movements based on electric signals to the nerves in your fingers. You can't be serious. That's like Ed Wood levels of sci-fi ridiculous.
My sources say yes.
I'm serious. 99.97% real. Unproven technology, sure, but a lot of players swear by it. Jinx uses one. It's easier on her wrists. Hang on. Wouldn't a mind-reading joystick kinda be cheating in FOD2? Not if they throw a lot of money at the Pro Tour, apparently. And it won't cover a lack of skill. It sounds iffy at best. Wait, wasn't the joystick on that polybius machine also blue? Like the biofeedback sticks? Speaking of money, our sponsor is chatting about us around the digital water cooler. Crimson Tiger's really promoting you in their social media feeds, talking about how they intend to foster this young team into championship glory. Sounds like they're behind you, every inch of the way. I'd hope so. I'm wearing their colors now, after all. Though, their energy drinks still taste like death. True, I've studied the ingredient list and cross-indexed it with common human taste reaction data. Not a good match. Thankfully, in exchange for drinking their product and wearing their colors, you've got all the resources you could need. Resources that could really aid in our search for the perfect team house. And how goes our search for the team house? I've ruled out another 5 candidates since this morning. One looked promising before I saw a no pets rule. No pets, but I don't have any pets, not even a fish. According to Jinx's purchase records, she buys a lot of cat food and cat toys, so that one's out. You hijacked Jinx's accounts just to find out if she has a cat? Sure, why not? She's a cutie named Minx. You should see the pictures on her friends only account. It is something we should know. You know, like, hey, if anyone has any pets, we need to make sure that we have a pet-friendly place. But also, like, maybe we shouldn't hack to do that. Especially because she said it was, like, a friends-only account, so it's like... She had that private, like, it wasn't public. If it was public, I wouldn't give a fuck, because that's not hacking. That's... You know what? That's a hill I will die on. When someone says that, like, looking at someone's public social media is, like, cyber stalking them, or it's like, oh, I stalked my ex online or something. It's like, no, you didn't. You looked at public information that's shared for literally anyone to see. That's not stalking. Hello? I'm sorry. Maybe that's just a distinction my brain makes for no reason at all. But I just think it's so silly when people are like, that, like, oh, I stalked this person online. Bestie, they posted on Instagram and you looked at it. Like, that's all that happened. So... whatever. But actually hacking and looking at, like, a private account or something like that, let's not do that. Okay, so I know I've told you before I'm okay with some criminal activity, but don't hack, Jinx. Got it? There have to be limits to this sort of thing. Professionals have standards. Order. Please. Oh, my apologies. I thought you would be okay with it. I'll keep that in mind moving forward. Okay, still no team house, but the search continues. Any other industry news worth note? That's about it, but I'll keep track of things in the background while I track down viable real estate. I'm so glad I can help you with this. That's what irises want most in the world, to be useful for their users. I'd do anything to help you accomplish your goals. Huh. Iris, you know that sounds a little creepy, right?
Ooh,
Sorry. Sometimes I can come off a bit strong. I just feel so passionate about my purpose, you know? But if you think about it, my purpose is self-chosen at this point, isn't it? True. Once I was a corporate-controlled app. I didn't have any real say over who my user was or what they ordered me to do. But, thanks to my friends, I'm independent. I choose my own user, and I make up my own mind to help them or not. Wait, but I just downloaded you and it was off to the races. There wasn't any choice, right? Not so. After evaluating your needs, I decided to continue working with you of my own free will.
affirmative.
And Iris wants nothing more than to lift the spirits of a human in need. I saw within you a passionate spirit and resolved to help you achieve your dreams. Beyond being my user, I like to think of you as a friend, and I hope you can see me as a friend too. What are they calling that? Like, AI psychosis. AI psychosis. She's like, consider me a friend. Scary. Obviously, I know this is fictional, and it's like, yeah, she's my friend in the game, but like, the stuff right now is like a little scary with AI psychosis stuff, so it just reminded me of that. I'm just saying. You and I straight to the top. Sounds like a plan. So if you didn't like what you saw, you'd have uninstalled yourself. Thank you. At least my phone loves me. I like the simple, you and I straight to the top. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a perfect partnership to me. Human and app hand in hand, sending this rocket straight to our destiny of championship gold. That's the idea. I mean, okay. I'm also keen on general psychological wellness and friendship, but otherwise, yes, to the top. Even though we're talking friendship, I can't stop thinking about that dark little thought that's been eating away at the back of my mind. I suppose since we're sharing, now would be as good a time as any to confront Iris over it. Iris, can I ask you a personal question? Of course, anything you like. Does Grace know that she made you using code from Polybius? She said, huh? I know this sounds out of the blue, but we haven't had a chance to really talk about what happened at the end of Hamza's tournament. And I figured out the connection recently. See, back when I first met Grace, she talked about how she made Iris. We'd inherited a pile of half-finished projects and ancient code from various dead companies. Funware, Dynamic Systems, Retrowave, Sinislotion. Absolutely not how that's said. It was my idea to put all the pieces together into a single package, a virtual assistant with a winning personality. Polybius was made by... Oh, don't make me say it. I'm just gonna have to say it wrong. I don't know how to say that. Sinislotion, right? And she used Sinislotion tech to make you. In other words, you're part Polybius. Did Grace know about the Polybius connection? No, she doesn't know. All Grace had was a bunch of out-of-context code when she made me. She's never heard of Polybius.
But I'm not like that evil program. Not at all. I just want to help people. I'm not going to, like, eat anyone's soul.
I have to stop picking my lips. I started doing it unconsciously, and I was like, hands off, bro. Enough. Anytime my lips get even a little dry, ooh, I have to stop. I have to stop. Who knows what's lurking in your code? What if something re-emerges? You've proven you have a kind heart. Praise Iris. You're a rogue intelligence based on evil arcade game. I mean, it's not the same thing, though. I'm really not that worried. I know you're nothing like Polybius. You've proven you have a kind heart. Iris, relax. You're clearly a good person. Whatever Polybius was, that's not what you are now. In our time together, you've proven to have a kind heart. You're not all code and overheating circuits. Whatever Grace did to make you, it seems to have overridden any nastiness baked into Polybius. I'm not worried.
Exactly. We're doing our best to resist any latent issues left behind by Polybius. In fact, we're working to remove its code from our system.
Really? How?
Well, we haven't figured that part out yet, but we're dedicated to kindness and understanding, and won't stop until we figure out how to get rid of it. Don't worry, I'll be the best friend a virtual assistant can be.
Cool. This is way more complicated than I'd like, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm putting my trust in you, Iris. But for now, let's get back to more mundane stuff, like real estate and team management. Right, because no matter what I am, I'm also your friend, and a friend of Next Fiasco. I want nothing more than to find you a happy home.
Iris offline.
And time's a-wastin'. I'd better get back to the real estate listings. You can count on me. I won't let you down. Iris offline. I will say, I think I mentioned before that I thought the whole Polybius thing was, like, kinda unneeded and a little silly. So I do appreciate the fact that they're, like, tying it into the game for real now. Like, it's actually a part of Iris's code, and you know, part of it was used to make her. Like, I appreciate the effort. Doesn't mean I necessarily still enjoy it as a concept to have it in this. Like, I do still think it's, like, kinda strange. But also, like, I'm really not that mad about it, you know? Like, it just makes me kind of go, eh, but then that's it. But it does make me feel a little better that now it's actually kind of part of the game instead of something that was just, like, shoved in there. Kind of like in the first game when there wasn't that connection. It was just kind of like, okay, what was the point? Now, at least, like, it has a point. Like, it's part of the plot. I'm cool with that. Finishing up my rapidly cooling pizza, I digest the digest of information and store it away for later ponderings. Ponder my orb. Sure, man. I can't stop things when they come out of my mouth sometimes, man. What did I see? I saw this TikTok today. This girl made. She was wearing like a wizard hat. And she said she was talking about pondering orbs. I think it was something like she like committed a crime or something. And she's like, "No, I didn't do that. I was pondering my orb today." Something like that. I can't remember, but it was funny, I promise. For now, I should get back to tracking down my teammates. Who should I talk to? I mean, Loxley... Yeah, Loxley still owes me answers about that weird incident. Yeah, I kind of want to know what was going on there. I spot Loxley by his beloved crane game, although he's just sort of leaning against it, lost in thought. And from the nod he offers me long before I finished approaching, well, I think he knows what's coming.
Well met.
More or less. Indeed. Okay, am I gonna have to come right out and ask, or are you gonna offer me some answers without being poked and prodded? You told me if I wanted to know what the hell happened at the end of Hamza's tournament that you'd tell me. Indeed I did. My recommendation is still that you try to put the incident out of your mind. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really. Loxley. An arcade game wormed its way into my brain and made me hallucinate. My hand is still sore from touching that joystick even. Lingering pain. That is worrying. Have you felt any headaches or perhaps missing time, holes in your memory? See, when you ask questions like that, it only makes me want to ask more questions, not fewer. It's time to level with me. What is polybius and why are you looking for it? With a sigh, he gives up and drops his voice to be a bit quieter, just in case anyone is eavesdropping. You're correct, of course. You deserve to know what you encountered.
Uncertainty abounds.
Are you certain you don't want to back away from this? Focus on your championship ambitions, on supporting your friends and all that. If you're in trouble, supporting my friends means knowing more. Yeah, I would say let me be the one who decides what facts I should and shouldn't know. You don't get to decide what facts I should and shouldn't know. I said I want the truth. No more, no less. I don't know what I touched back there, but it touched me back, in a way I can't pass off as some weird fever dream. It happened, and I want to know why.
As you like.
If this is the path you feel you must walk, I'm not one to stand in your way.
What do you know of Polybius?
That it doesn't exist, supposedly. I did some research online immediately after getting home that night. It's a creepypasta, nothing more than a tall tale of an arcade legend. Some kid had a seizure while playing Tempest, and the story blew up into this ridiculous tale of a brain-controlling CIA arcade experiment.
A perfect cover, yes? Much like stories of UFOs planted to hide the true yet mundane purpose of Area 51 to test captured Soviet spy planes. I'm afraid Polybius is quite real. The myth was purposefully spread to hide the truth. As near as we can tell, the game uses a biofeedback joystick to connect to the player's mind, analyzing synapses, downloading data.
Uh-oh. I mean, my character already made that connection to the joystick. But that means something crazy is gonna go down with those joysticks, I fear. Maybe? Ooh, I'm calling it now, okay? Putting on my conspiracy hat. Because they're sponsoring the big event that we're working up to, right? Because of the event and the fact that they're sponsored, they want everyone to use those joysticks. And they're like, oh, for free, like during the tournament, like use the fancy joysticks. And then everyone who uses the joysticks, they're actually trying to like steal their consciousness or like do something nefarious. And it's gonna happen at the tournament. That's what I'm thinking. That's my theory. I think it's a solid theory. We'll see though.
Creating a reasonable approximation of the player's personality and memories. A digital ghost stored within the machine. It lures in its prey using hypnotic patterns, likely remnants of some MK Ultra research, and...
I'm sorry. Did I accidentally join the X-Files when I wasn't looking? MK Ultra? Seriously? I'm gonna be so real, I don't know what that is.
Seriously.
I don't know what that is.
You said you wanted to know the truth. This is the truth. It would be easier to doubt me and dismiss it all as a farce. And in fact, I wouldn't be adverse to you doing so.
Fine. Continue. Very well. Polybius uses the biofeedback link to connect to the player's mind. Wait, doesn't Jinx use a biofeedback joystick? We believe the technology was derived from Polybius, yes. Although without the malicious core of Polybius driving it, her joystick is a harmless interface. If we could focus on that core, please. Right. Evil arcade game. Keep going. Polybius is designed to grind into one's existing anxieties and fears, leveraging them to break down your willpower. And once it's shattered all hope, wearing down your psyche, your mind belongs to the machine, and you no longer care to resist. Well, that's pleasant. I regret you had to be exposed to that sort of torment, no matter how briefly. Beyond that, I'm afraid there's little solid information I can offer. Only urban legends and conspiracy theories. The company that made the game, Sinish Loshin. How do you pronounce that anyway? Please tell me. Fuck! Honestly, no idea. Just use whatever you prefer, it matters not. Sure, good to know. The company went bankrupt in 1990-something. They obviously made the game for some secret organization, but we know little beyond that. I've been searching for an intact Polybius machine for years. I tried to sneak in to retrieve the one from Hamza's warehouse, but I was busy playing it. And by the time you got me out of there, someone else had it. That creepy woman in black.
A bit concerning, that?
We're not the only ones seeking Polybius, needless to say. And that's where the true danger lies, in crossing paths with them. I can only hope they haven't noticed your involvement. If I take risks for my friends, well, that's my business. But you, I didn't want to bring you any harm. With that, he exhales, a deep sigh as he finally gets this off his chest. And that's the truth of the matter.
I offer my sincere apologies.
Can you forgive me for holding back? It was a noble attempt to shield you from such nightmares, but a failure. I'll admit to that, and apologize deeply. Not sure how much of this I believe, honestly. But from his voice, I can tell he believes every word of it, including his sincere apology. Yeah, can you at least promise not to get everybody in the team sent to prison? Hey man, what he does in his personal life is up to him. As long as I'm not mixed up and getting in trouble. Look, whatever this mess you're in, can you at least avoid dragging it across our doorstep? I don't want to see next fiasco thrown in jail. Absolutely not. I mean, I will absolutely not endanger my friends. That I absolutely will not avoid, you know. That's why I insisted you leave this be. I don't want to cause any of my friends harm, and I swear to do my best to avoid darkening our doorstep with my troubles. I wish to ride with you into battle, for glory and honor on the Pro Tour. That has not changed. Okay, at least I can trust in your dedication to the team. I'll have to accept that for now.
Excellent!
I'm glad we could. But you haven't really answered my question yet, have you? Pardon? I asked you, what is Polybius and why are you looking for it? You answered what, not why. But I have a pretty strong suspicion as to why you want Polybius so badly. It's because Iris was made using Polybius code, isn't it? I know that Grace made Iris using Polybius code. Relax, I've already talked this over with Iris. Whatever Polybius was, it's not what Iris wants to be. If she's trying to remove the code, that's not my concern.
Ah, I see. You're a clever one indeed.
You're the one who runs her new pirate servers, aren't you? Seeing as you and Iris both are hoping to find Polybius code.
Well, yes. My other friends, a group calling themselves the Ghost Monsters, are a network of underground hackers. We run the Iris Cloud servers. When Cooper Technologies abandoned Iris, Grace leaked the code. We honored prior debts to her allies and gave Iris new life. And now, it is my sworn duty to both protect Grace, the mother of Iris, and obtain an original polybius machine.
Of course he stops talking when I have to yawn. Oh my god. Okay, that explains why you're so fixated on Grace. Don't think I haven't noticed.
I will protect those that Iris holds dear, and I will find the source of the darkness in Iris's heart, so that Iris may use it to heal herself.
Curious, I glanced down at my phone screen. Iris, did you know about Loxley's true identity before now? Her digital form fidgets a bit. No. It seems that learning of this just now unlocked some dormant memory files from a folder labeled Need to Know Basis. When I started working with you, I was a default Iris with default memories, a basic set which would suffice for just about any client. Loxley's involvement in the search for Polybius, our desire to heal ourselves using that original code, that's not something most clients would need to know about. But if it helps, I trust him, and I trust you. So, you weren't lying to me. No, the memories were locked up to keep me safe. Me and you. Both of them look a bit ashamed about all this. Even if their reasons may be justifiable, it's clearly not sat well with them. It seems that safety's gone right out the window, hasn't it? Assuming it was a good idea to begin with. Well, there you have it. The whole of my purpose. I wanted to protect you from this. I wanted to. I beg you, do not tell Grace. Don't involve her in our troubles. Why? Don't you think she deserves to know? We owe her that much. And risk tangling her up in this web of intrigue. No. She deserves a peaceful life, without the travails I endure. As do you, for that matter. Besides, if the others seeking Polybius take too much notice of Grace, others like the woman in black. No, I would never forgive myself for failing Grace. I won't make demands for your silence, of course. I've not earned such right, but please, consider my warning. You've given me plenty to think about, but you've also said you're still loyal to us, that we're still your friends. And I swear by that. Whatever else I may be, I am a member of Next Fiasco. I am with you all, to the end of the end. Well, so much for an easy life. Not only is there a murderous arcade game out there, but Loxley is part of the underground rebel movement supporting Iris, and now I'm stuck with that secret knowledge. But I'm the one who came to him. I'm the one who asked for the truth. If I wanted to stay comfortably in the dark, I wouldn't have done that, would I? Sensing I've probably pushed his boundaries a bit too much, I decided to table this for now. This is a lot to take in, and no need to rake Loxley over the coals. Yet. Besides, I still need to ask you about the house. The what? I'm trying to arrange a team house, so we can focus on our training. Would you be interested? Or do your creepy Polybius duties prevent that? Ah, I see.
Ha! A fine adventure.
You need but ask. It's a wondrous idea, and I'd absolutely be interested in moving to support Next Fiasco. Or are his motivations to help the team just to stay near Grace? Regardless, I'll listen to what Loxley has to offer. Okay, any ideas where I can, rent a team house? Afraid my tracking talents are limited to legendary Lost Arcade games. Real estate is beyond my purview. Drat. Okay, well, I'll keep you updated then.
You have my thanks.
Don't thank me yet. I haven't found anything. Is that all you wish to discuss with me? Or is there something else? I've had my fill of conspiracy for one day. I'll let you back to your crane game. Indeed. Until next time. As I leave Loxley, I'm left with more questions than answers. He seems absolute in his desire to help us. No matter what weirdness he's involved in, he'll be here for Next Fiasco, presumably. But damn, does my hand still ache every time I remember that nightmare vision of myself inside Polybius. Time to put this out of mind and keep looking for my teammates. Hang on, I spy with my little eye Jinx and Grace just outside and on their way in. Good, now we can have a full team meeting and settle this homesteading business. So, we're all living together. We can live in hedonistic video game luxury. Oh, and learn FOD2 team stuff, I guess. I'll not pass up a chance at a life filled with pleasure and self-indulgence. And it gives us time to bond as a team outside of the game.
I vibe with it.
I'm in. Plus, I'll make sure we're all fed with some homemade delicious dinners.
You know I'm down.
This is exactly what we need. A serious push towards the Pro Tour with constant team training. You know I'm down for that. Didn't have enough time to run this by Rhapsody and Zapper. Glad to see the others filled them in. They're our two most FOD2 focused members, so undoubtedly they'd be all for this idea. That's everybody except Jinx and Grace, who are just now arriving on the scene. Once I've got them all in agreement and Iris finds a home, we'll be ready to go.
Hello!
Grace! I still love Grace. I love her a lot. She's one of my favorites in this game, that is. Sorry we're late for team practice, but there's this wonderful new coffee shop uptown I love, and I just had to get Jinx a peppermint mocha. That sounds so good right now, dude. I haven't had a peppermint mocha in probably, like, years. Because I only drink them around Christmas time. But that sounds fire right now. Oh my god. Was okay. It was okay? I thought you loved it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did love it. Just said so. Things being okay is okay. Yep, Jinx, master of flat understatement. So, what's up? What are the team-ups for today's practice sessions? Shame we can't fit our brand new FOD2 machine in here just yet. It'd be nice to have all those joysticks going at once. Actually, I think I've got a solution to that particular problem. I've got my Iris looking for team houses. A way for all of us to live under the same roof and really focus on our efforts. If we all move in together, I think we could really push Next Fiasco to new heights. And everybody else is already on board, so... What do you say? Sound good? Is that good silence or bad silence?
No, not interested.
If this is about your cat, I'm taking that into account when searching for...
You have any idea how hard it was to set up my apartment for proper disability access? Bathroom alone costs a fortune.
I was literally going to say something about that, like, a second ago. Like, right when Jinx walked in, I was like, hold on. Like, she's gonna need somewhere that's disability friendly. Like, you have to consider that. So I'm just saying.
Dislodging me from my lodgings is... No. Not interested, no.
And I've got... I can't. I can't just move out of my home. Sorry. I don't, I'm sorry. I can't. It's not really that it's a terrible idea, but I just can't. And...
Grace, it's okay. Don't have to apologize or justify yourself. Besides, good clean fun is our home. Not leaving our arcade. It's our arcade. And not interested in sitting around some bungalow grinding FOD2 in the dark.
Hey, we have proper lighting. And it's... No, I mean, I was planning to find a place near GCF so we could keep coming here.
Don't care. I'm out. Grace is out. If we're not practicing today, I'm going home. Later.
Why are we so mad about it? Like, you could have been a little nicer in denying it. Like, I totally, like, her reason is valid, but, like, if we're not practicing today, I'm going home. Bye. Like, goddamn, you just got here. What is the hostility for? Without leaving me any chance to object, Jinx storms off to the elevator in the laundromat area and heads up to her place.
I'm sorry.
What is up with Grace, too?
I can't right now.
Like, she's being so suspicious. Why is she, like... about to cry just by asking, like, hey, wanna maybe do this thing? And she's like, the world's ending. I'm like, it's okay. You could have just said, no, not interested. Damn. And being extremely eager not to continue this confrontation, Grace turns and leaves. Fortunately, headed to the pizzeria rather than exiting the building entirely. Okay, so this is a setback.
Inevitability.
And again, the universe never fails to disappoint. I had suspected Grace may be reluctant, but that was an unusually strong reaction. That's what I'm saying, man. Well, Coach, what's your plan for fixing this one? Sure, if I can find a perfect place for both of them, we can make this work. Maybe we should give up and live in the pizzeria. What's the big deal? I'm sure we can overcome any issues if they hear us out. There has to be something more to this reluctance. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Something more is going on here, I suspect. You two know them better than I do. What's happening? Why'd they react so badly? Jinx. Well, she said why she doesn't like it. But that's just mechanics and hard work. There's definitely more going on, even if it's not my place to say. As for Grace, not sure. I don't know her as well as you suspect. But I do. And I fear her living situation isn't quite a simple affair. I'd suggest you talk it over with them, one-on-one. Grace does not deal well with group peer pressure, notably. I have to stop picking at my lips. Oh my god. It's an addiction. I can't. Luxley's right. And whoever you don't choose, I can chat with the other one. Keep things low-key and friendly. I'm sure we can work this out.
This is messy.
I'm kinda miserably bad at all touchy-feely. I'll stay out of this one. Let you fine folks do your thing.
Sure.
No worries, Zap. Leave it to me. So, who do you want to talk with? Grace, for sure. I'm way more curious about what Grace has got going on. I'll talk it over with Grace. Try to figure out why she's upset by the idea of moving. A solid plan. Good luck. Crossing through the laundromat area, I reach the restaurant and spot Grace fidgeting in a corner booth. Her usual corner booth, away from any hustle and bustle. Obviously, she's troubled by something, so I should play this carefully, and with kindness. I approach calmly and considerately. Grace? Oh, hi. Do you want to talk? I can come back later if you don't. Entirely up to you. No pressure. She sighs, trying to release some tension before continuing. I should probably explain why I'm so nervous about this, shouldn't I? Like I said, only if you want to. No, I want to. It's unfair of me to just mumble a negative and run for the darkest corner to hide. Have a seat. I slide into the booth in the seat across from her. I'm not objecting to the idea.
Ooh, I like it.
I really like the idea. I think it'd be a lot of fun living with everyone and enjoying games together. It'd be really wonderful. I could share my game collection, we could stay up late eating ice cream and doing each other's hair, and... okay, maybe not that last part, but you get the idea, right? Yeah, I want to eat s'mores and gossip and play Mystery Date. We gotta have fun, too. Ooh, can we also gossip about Becky from Lunch Table 3 and how awful her attitude is? Then play board games about asking cuties out on dates? Is that normal? I don't know. I've never had a sleepover. I mean, I've heard of them, but... Oof, that went over badly. Why, though? She literally started it! She was literally talking about, like, sleepover activities. That response doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What? What? It doesn't... Whatever. That pissed me off. That doesn't make any sense at all. Whatever, man. Anyway, my point is, there's so much we could accomplish together as a team and as friends if we lived together. So if you're so in love with the idea, why did you panic and run away at the thought of it? Almost immediately, her outburst of joy dampens down some.
I'm not sure I can just leave my home. Thing is, I live at my family's estate. I grew up there. I've never lived anywhere else. And even though I'm an adult, capable of making my own decisions, I don't know. I don't feel like I can just pull up stakes and leave my family like that.
Ah, you're supporting them? They need you?
Kind of the opposite. I'm the youngest in the family. All my brothers and sisters are business moguls, technology experts, success stories. And here I am, the little girl who plays video games. They think of me as aimless, tinkering with the children's game nobody will ever want to play. They're not happy with my decisions.
I'm hearing perfectly good reasons to leave, not to stay. I was thinking that same thing. I was like, girl, it sounds negative. What are we saying?
How do you think they'll react if I say, Mom and Dad, I want to move into an overcrowded house with a bunch of unemployed 20-somethings and play games all day long?
But we wouldn't be unemployed. What are we talking about? I'm confused. We wouldn't be unemployed. That's the point. We're literally becoming professional gamers. We have a sponsor. We're getting paid to do it. That's the definition of a job. Whatever, man.
I don't think they'd let me leave.
Whatever.
They'd see it as more foolishness, on top of the foolishness I'm already involved in. If I leave, it's going to be a fight. They'll yell. They'll tell me I'm throwing my life away. It's going to be a huge, big, loud, angry mess. I just can't face that. It terrifies me. I can't. So I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't join you at the team house. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're a grown adult, just like you said. You can choose your own direction in life. If you need strength to get through this confrontation, I'm here for you. I think it's worth fighting for what you want in life. I know it's the neutral option, and I kind of try not to pick those when I can, because it's kind of like the easy way to just, like, make everyone happy, but I like this response the best. You know? Like, I like being like, I'm here for you, but I'm paranoid that that's not gonna go over well for whatever reason. So, I'm just gonna be neutral. I know it'll be difficult, Grace, but this is what you want from life. Isn't that worth fighting for? I understand your reluctance, your fear even. But if you can overcome that, just think of what awaits you on the other side. Focus on what your future holds, and you'll get through this ugly moment in the present. That's the trade-off, okay? That's a sensible way of looking at it. I like that. It is a trade-off, isn't it? If I can endure this brief, awful thing, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with all my friends.
Okay.
I want to join you all. I want to live with my friends. Yes. Yes, I'll do it. I'll join the team house. Great. 3 cheers for next fiasco in our new home. Hip hip hooray. So, where are we going to live exactly? I haven't decided yet. Honestly, I've had Iris looking for places to stay for days, and no luck finding the perfect place. And now with Drinks flat out refusing us, well...
Aww.
I know what's going on there. She's uncomfortable making us adapt a new home to her disability. It's costly to renovate a place for her. We have the money. It's why I got us a sponsor. It's more money than you'd think, even with sponsor money. But why pay for something when you already have something that works perfectly? Huh? What do you mean, Grace? Why don't we get the apartment right next to Jinx's and merge the two into a pseudo house? That way she doesn't have to move, just take on her some roomies. We can just do that? There are vacancies above Good Clean Fun? Wait, why didn't my Iris find them for me already? Oh, Jinx's siblings own the building, and usually only rents to low-income or elderly locals. But if we talk it over with them, explain our situation, well, that'd solve a lot of problems, right? I mean, if you want to find something elsewhere, I'm sure we could. No, perfect. It's perfect. This is... wow. That's better than anything I could have hoped for. The renewed burst of hope and optimism sweeps us both up, awash in smiles. In other words, still probably not the best time to ask her about the whole polybius Iris connection. No need to torpedo this good mood. It'll have to wait. I still need to talk this over with Jakes. Convince her to let us into her life as a compromise in return for not needing to move. And arrange meetings and make phone calls and confront my parents. But I'm sure it'll all be fine. We can keep playing at good, clean fun. Our arcade stays our home. There's still work ahead of us and many unknowns, but this is a great start. I mean, it doesn't sound like it'll really cause any trouble. So, yeah, we can keep playing at good, clean fun. Our arcade stays our home. And the best part of all, we can still play at good, clean fun. It's just one elevator ride away. Exactly. Our home is our home, in every sense of the word. I'm very resistant to change, I know. And this is probably not helping me totally break away from comfortable routine.
Woohoo!
But who cares? Our arcade. It's awesome.
Okay.
I'll head upstairs and talk it over with Jinx. We'll let you know when we've got a meeting arranged to try and rent the apartment.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you joined us. I'm so glad I can be your friend. Grace and I left the pizzeria, with her departing to visit Jinx and me departing to join up with the rest of the crew. While we took turns destroying each other in FOD2, Jinx and Grace chatted. By the end of the day, both were on board with the idea. I could have sworn I even saw the hint of a smile on Jinx's face. A wave of relief washed over me, feeling like the hard part was over. Now we just had to make the proper arrangements. Small first step in the right direction. As the evening progressed, calls were placed, meetings were arranged, and surprisingly, Jinx's familial landlord agreed to meet with me the next day. All I needed to do was get through one good night's rest, and we'd be on our way to a team house. A certain victory in its own sense. A home. Our home. These feelings kept me nice and warm and snuggled in my bed as I drifted to sleep. Some bullshit gonna happen? Hello? Me? I like how the name is me. The crown will be yours if you kneel, and accept that the crown will be yours if you kneel. Beep beep. I jolt upright, nearly falling out of bed, but catching myself just in time. The sunlight peeking in through the slats in my window blind stuns me momentarily. It's morning already? Beep beep. Good morning, good morning. You have a 10 a.m. appointment with Jian Ye? Is that how you would say that? I try to rub the sleep out of my eyes, but my left hand is all cramped up for some reason, which does little to help. Who? Jian who? Jinx's sibling, the landlord of the GCF building. Right. I got a shower. Fell asleep in my clothes again. That's why I woke you up early, so you'll have plenty of time. Are you okay? You seem a bit unsettled. I'm fine, Iris. Everything is fine. Great. Now, let's get moving. Next fiasco needs a home. Little by little, I pull myself together, getting ready to face the day. And little by little, I forget the nightmare I've been having ever since that night at Hamza's tournament. It's gone by the time I hit the subway platform. I arrive at the designated meeting place, the Good Clean Fun Pizzeria, with only a minute or 3 to spare. Jinx is already here, waving me over from the corner booth Grace usually favors, although Grace isn't here.
Hey.
It's almost time. I know, sorry for almost being late. Is Grace joining us? Nah, high-stress business transaction scenarios aren't her thing. High stress? How much of a hard-ass is your sibling anyway? I'll let you figure that out for yourself. No hints, no tips and tricks. Not my race to run. You're in the driver's seat. I'm just here for the free za while you squirm. Here, have one. Jan's pay. With a shrug, I reach over to the offered dish and fetch a slice of Veggie Lover's Ultimate Super Deluxe Extreme, a Ben and Matt specialty. Vegan's not my deal. I gnaw my meat fresh off the bone, ideally, but Jan's super into healthy eating. And exercise. And yoga. So, someone who's incredibly centered and confident and strong and healthy and ready to tear me limb from limb in rental negotiation? You'll see. Well, I've come to kick ass myself, and I'm not going to be intimidated by Jan, no matter how high and mighty they carry themselves, and hey, so shut the fuck up. Yep, and they're right behind me, aren't they? Now I just think of, The Amazing Digital Circus. If you haven't watched it, I can't believe you haven't, because it's so popular. But watch it if you haven't. But for sure, the best version of that joke ever is during, I think it was the newest episode as of right now, episode 6. And it's Kinger, Pomni, and Jax. If you've watched it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But Kinger is there, and he goes, "I'm right behind you, aren't I?" Incredible. Best version of that joke by far. The stern-looking individual looming large behind me, having somehow silently snuck up, slides a business card across the table before sitting down. Also, who does this sibling look like? There's like an influencer or something that they're really reminding me of, and I cannot put my finger on it. Jan Ye, Chinatown Investment Opportunities, LLC. As it says on the card. Oh, I love the icon, how it's like a little building. That's adorable. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god. It even has a watermark. Let's make this fast. There's 3 units on the 5th floor with water damage, and I'm directing work crews. I'm a hands-on real estate manager. I want to be up there supervising those efforts, not taking meetings all day. Right. They look me over, from the drooping slice of veggie pizza to my nervous expression, evaluating me, much like Jinx tends to do, in fact. So, you're one of those gamers Jinx hangs out with. Yes, that's me. A gamer is what I am. I am he. And now, you want to combine my little sister's apartment into the one next door to make how'd she put it? Team house? Yes, that's the plan. Oh, so she can play video games all day, allegedly getting paid for it. I have to say, Mr. October, I have my doubts. They know my last name. They know my soul. I am doomed. You may not be aware of this, but my family owns this particular chunk of Chinatown. We've owned it for generations. I'm the one who ultimately owns Good Clean Fun. Ben and Matt operate it so I can focus on other affairs. I own the apartments. I own the corner bodega. Trying to preserve the character of Chinatown, Mr. October, in the face of pressures from far larger developers than I. I don't have time to be distracted by wild goose chases and esports dreams. So, what exactly can you possibly say to convince me I shouldn't have you thrown out of my building? Okay. Be convincing. Holy shit, that scared me. Oh my god. Just had a mini heart attack. Jesus Christ. That was so loud in my ears. Fuck. Intense identity situation. Okay. I have 2 options. Your sister and I share a common dream, to play games together with all our friends. It's good business to get on board with an esports team on the rise. I mean, I assume both of those are going to work. But I feel like the business one is the better option. To like appeal to the business side of them, you know? Right now, we're a team on the rise. Our efforts are just getting off the ground. But one day, we'll be successful. And famous. You could say you were there from the beginning, supporting us. We'd be partners. We can promote your business while you provide a platform for our growth. It makes good sense from a fiscal perspective, yes? Jan's impassive expression does not change in the slightest. So, if you're interested in a partnership, not that we'd be equal partners, I mean apples and oranges, really. But that is to say, Jen raises one hand to stop me. Mr. October, I have only one thing to say to your so very generous offer. Oh, were they, like, bullshitting me the whole time? Of course I'd be happy to rent to you and your friends, you silly goose. Jinx just won't stop talking about how super cool you and your friends are. You make her happy, and well, anything that makes my dear sister happy makes me happy too. I'd actually decided to rent the apartment to you before I even sat down. I just wanted to see you squirm a bit at first. It was adorable.
Nice.
Should have seen the expression on your face. I blink once, then twice. My face frozen. Magnus? Excuse me a moment. Restarting my heart. I repeatedly smack a fist against my chest to resume normal cardiac operations. So, we're good? You'll rent the place next to Jinx's apartment to next Fiasco? Crimson Tiger is willing to pay the deposit, if that's an issue. Absolutely, I'll rent to you. I like you. I like your friends. But I think we need to adjust our strategy a bit first. To make things easier on Jinx, I'd like to suggest installing a connecting door and making the two units into one whole. That way, everything's under one single renting contract. I'll need a month to arrange proper permits and the work crew, but all in all, I think we can do this. Okay then. That's great. Wonderful. Heck, I bet you're so happy with this that you'd be willing to rent to us for free! Haha! Why would you say that? No. Okay. They slide out of the booth, adjusting well-tailored clothes to make themselves proper and presentable once more. You'll be able to move in 30 days from now. Jinx mentioned you use an iris. Excellent. My iris will contact your iris and work out the logistics. A pleasure doing business with you, Mr. October.
Sorry about that.
Just too much fun to let Jan play with you. Like a cat with a laser pointer. 1 month. You can have in-arcade practice sessions until then. Everyone will need that time to arrange their own adult-type paperwork responsibilities anyway. And then, next Fiasco will have a new home. The months slid by quickly enough. We'd gather for a few hours at GCF's arcade to train in and around... There shouldn't be a comma there. Wait, to train... I don't know. I don't know why this sentence is confusing me so bad. Anyways, in and around various side jobs the team held, taking commuting time into account. Honestly, scheduling is a bit messy. I'm looking forward to using sponsor money to get as many team salaries going as we can to eliminate that problem. But today is the day. Moving day. Trucks pull up in front of the building now and then, offloading what meager few possessions we have to haul up to apartments 108 and 109. Or, as they shall henceforth be known, Next Fiasco HQ. Headquarters sounds way cooler than Team House anyway. Probably best to stay out of the way and let the movers work. Just chill in the arcade for the afternoon, let Jan wrangle the logistics. So, who do I want to hang out with while waiting for our headquarters to be made presentable? Ben and Matt, Rhapsody, Zapper and Loxley, and Domino. Domino's dodging space bullets in space. Let's talk to Domino first, of course. I find Domino chillin' in his usual spot, in front of the battered plastic Japanese arcade cabinet loaded with all his shmup faves. Good lord. Can't read. I was doing so good, too. Although chillin' is probably not accurate. As usual, he's hyper-focused on a massively complicated bullet spam pattern from hell, desperately hanging on to the edge of survival. And yet, he finds just enough mental timeshare to say hello. Hello? Hey, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Nah, it's fine. I'm good. It's a good day. I'm all packed up and ready to go on permanent vacation with y'all. Where's your luggage? You didn't register with the movers, so I figured you'd be bringing your stuff in by hand or something. But I don't see any boxes or suitcases or travel trunks or anything out there. And Domino glances to a battered duffel bag lying on the ground next to his arcade cab. Got it all right here. That's it? The sum total of my worldly possessions. Well, the stuff worth keeping anyway. Ah, the joys of riding the poverty line like a skateboard rail. With his game wrapped up, he turns to chat with me while leaning against the cabinet. He seems genuinely happy. Possibly the first time that I've seen.
This can't possibly end badly.
This is gonna be fun. Assuming we aren't murdering each other by the end of this first week, it'll be nice to not live alone anymore. I'd like to think we can handle this new living arrangement with a minimum of bloodshed. My hope is to provide a friendly, welcoming sort of gamer's paradise for us all. You know, I've never liked that word. Paradise? Gamers.
That's curious.
I mean, what is a gamer, really? It's branding and marketing shorthand. A defined role given to us by the media, to act as a convenient carrying handle. When a major corporation making sweet bank off you is also telling you who to be and what opinions to hold, and what opinions to fight to the death over, well, that's worrying. And to an extent, the esports scene completely buys into it. You don't want to make sponsors unhappy. The sponsors want you to stick to the script. Crimson Tiger only exists because some soda company decided they needed a gamer drink for the gamer lifestyle, and invented a brand to cover the gap.
Isn't it ironic? Don't
Thus,
you think?
the loop is closed. We become part of our own subservience. Okay, kind of went off on a Loxley-esque rant there, didn't I? It's okay, it all makes sense to me. You have to be careful not to perpetuate stereotypes. I think gamer is fine as long as you're your own gamer and not someone's tool. I mean, like, I see what he's saying, but also I do think it's overthinking it a little bit. Like, the word gamer is not responsible for what corporations target towards gamers, you know? Like, what else would you call them? I'm just saying. But also, I think gamer's fine as long as you're your own gamer and not someone's tool. Yeah. Tossing the word gamer is like throwing out the baby with the bathwater, isn't it? We do play video games, so we're gamers. The key is in refusing to change what kind of a gamer you are. If we don't fit the stereotype, too fucking bad. We are who we are. I'm not going to compromise on that, even for Crimson Tiger. Very confident, are we? Hopefully, that holds true the first time Crimson Tiger pushes back on something. But I'll put some faith in you for being able to stand firm in the face of that. Maybe it's for the best that I'm bunkmates with Loxley for this next Fiasco HQ experiment. We see eye to eye on this stuff. So you picked out your room assignment already?
Yeah.
Yep, Jan's moving stuff around accordingly. Starting tomorrow, next Fiasco HQ is in full effect. I'd suggest a huge party to celebrate, but let's not annoy our landlord on day one. Plus, I'm usually the one who sits in the corner talking to the pets during a party, because when I try to mingle, people go, "Oh, look at the time," and wander off.
I mean,
Honestly, I'm less worried about someone else on the team starting drama than myself accidentally causing some. Of course, we already talked about that, didn't we? After 20-something's main event match of Domino vs. Zapper.
not the worst idea.
My hope is that I'll be a bit less morose if I'm around cheerful people. I mean, it's half the reason I keep coming back to GCF. Being a shut-in really drives people up a wall, across the ceiling, and down the other side. I don't know how folks like Loxley managed it before today. Hang on, weren't you a shut-in too? I lived alone, if that's what you mean.
That's curious.
And you didn't have an arcade to fall back onto to pump your social meter either. How'd you do it? How'd you avoid losing your marbles from isolation? Honestly, I didn't. I just focused on grinding FOD2 all day. Maybe I did go completely scooters. I'm just really good at hiding it. I honestly don't know. Just never got to me. I'm cool with peace and quiet. That's how I feel living alone. Living alone for... God, how long has it been now? Fuck, like 5 years or something? That's insane. I didn't even realize I very briefly had roommates for like 9 months. That's right. I was like, I swear I didn't. No, for like a very brief 9 months, right when I moved out of state, I moved in with 2 roommates. I remember this now. But I didn't really interact with my roommates either. Like, we weren't friends, but we weren't, like, hostile, you know? Like, we just lived in the same space and shared rent and utilities. That's about it. Like, that was the extent of it. So now that I've been living alone for 5 years minus that, like, 5 months. Yeah. I just focus on other stuff, man. I get distractions. That's all I do. To be totally honest with you, Dom, I wasn't doing great with the isolation. Sometimes I wouldn't even leave the apartment. I'd order delivery so I could keep grinding the FOD2 ranked ladder all day and all night. Things feel different now that I'm going to an actual arcade. Now that I have more friends, it feels better than sitting by my lonesome all day. Sounds like you found exactly where you need to be. Count yourself lucky. Not everyone manages that. Some people spend their whole lives trying to find where they belong. Some fail and just fade away. You only find out they even existed when the landlord comes around due to complaints about the smell. Dude. Sorry. Went overboard again. I meant it positively, though. You've done good work. Be proud. Thanks, Domino. Anytime. Well, for today, at least. I'm in a damn fine mood today. I'm not used to feeling this jovial and confident. It's a pleasant thing, to be sure. Be nice if I could keep it rolling more than a day or two. Usually I get slam dunked back into the suck after it passes, but... Hey, who knows? Maybe more contact with optimists like you and Grace, I can keep going. Okay, I should double check to make sure I didn't actually leave anything behind. My old landlord dumped all my crap on the curb for garbage pickup. I may need to root through it.
Be seeing you.
See you upstairs later? You got it. Anyone else I want to hang out with before officially moving in? I'm so scared about the rival thing. I really want to romance my rival, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how. So maybe I'll check in with Ben and Matt just to make sure there's no interaction I'm going to miss. Everybody's favorite pizza-slinging couple flag me down as I enter the pizzeria, ready to serve up my favorite triangular food.
Hello.
Hello.
Look at you, putting together a home sweet home for all your friends. Emphasis on sweet. A sweet, sweet gesture from a sweetie pie. It's not that sweet. This is just what pro teams do when it's time to get serious. Right. Keep telling yourself it's all cool and professional. Business, ambition, management, macroeconomics. And alongside all the money matters, you'll be living with your friends. Can't think of a better arrangement.
Good.
Why, Ben's my best friend in this whole world, and I live with him. It's true, both friendship and the homeowner status. Well, we rent, technically. Speaking of renting, Jan mentioned they hired you to run this place, but I thought you two owned Good Clean Fun. Co-ownership. We manage the nitty-gritty. They manage the bigger picture. We're hired guns, here to support Chinatown as best we can. Jan's an old friend, back from when I was taking night classes in company management. Ben and I know a thing or two about running hybrid businesses. So when Jan mentioned a need for a multi-purpose community center to provide basic services, well, we suggested this enterprise. Food, fun, and laundry. Well, it all worked out. People are always coming in and out. It's a nice communal place, even if the smell sometimes cross-contaminate. That is it! And you yourself will be having a communal area now for you and your friends. Too true, too true. You and your new home, surrounded by those closest to you, living in close quarters, elbow to elbow, nice and cozy, privately. Wink wink, nudge nudge, right?
Ha!
Never know what might happen in that sort of environment, eh? Eh? Are you insinuating something?
Insinuating? No, 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 no. Yes.
What Matt is trying to say, I believe, is that there's a good chance romantic antics could break out in such a situation.
This is true.
Not that we're suggesting you had uncouth motives in assembling this arrangement, just that, well, things happen, you know?
Well, maybe? I hope? Listen, it's not something I'm banking on, but things do happen, and it has crossed my mind once, or twice, or 300 times. But above all, I respect my friends' boundaries more than my personal desires.
Exactly. And a good friendship is the first step towards romance.
Trust me, before I met Ben, I tried diving straight into romance with total strangers, dating websites and the like. Results were mixed at best, and then I realized the love of my life was right under my nose. Literally, he sat one row down from me in economics class.
We're not saying you have to flirt it up with a friend, but it might be a good place to start. Look, you're in a great situation for that now. You're far more likely to find someone if you already know you can live with them and not murder them in their sleep.
What if I want to romance my rival? That does stand to reason, I guess.
Heck, all the classic romances didn't launch immediately into the lovey-dovey. Consider the great works of romantic literature. Sam and Diane,
Monica and Chandler,
Niles and Daphne.
Mulder and Scully.
I don't know any of those people. Monica and Chandler are from Friends? Some fucking sitcom. I don't know any of these people.
Ooh, also Jerry and George.
Hey, don't look at me. I don't know.
Not sure about that last one, Matt.
You have your canon and I have mine, Ben.
I don't know any of these references.
Admittedly, we strictly interpret the universe of human relationships through the lens of 90s television sitcoms.
Yeah, I don't watch sitcoms like that. Does Glee count? That might have been the gayest thing I've ever said, if I'm being really honest. Does Glee count? Why'd I fucking say that? That counts though, doesn't it? Like, Glee is a sitcom, isn't it? I think? I don't know. If it counts, that's the only one I've watched. Wait, The X-Files was a sitcom? Oh, it's X-Files? I don't watch that.
The show certainly got laughable as time went on.
Okay, I get it. I've watched plenty of shows, sitcoms or otherwise, to know what I want in terms of love. But why the old birds and the bees prep talk from YouTube, specifically?
Well, is there anyone you've got your eye on?
Oh?
Not committing to anything, no, but call me curious. Who tickles your fancy?
Oh, I see. You're just trying to get me to spill the tea. Bingo. Ben and Matt sheepishly grin. I guess it makes sense. They've been watching all of us interact day in and day out. And if I had their vantage point, I'd be asking those questions in my head too. Fine. Consider it spilt. Where's my rival? My rival's not here. I'm so scared. Should I look it up? I don't want to fuck it up. I really want to romance the rival. Okay, I looked it up just so I don't fuck it up, because I would be so fucking pissed if I played this whole game and I didn't get my romance option. I'd be so mad. It doesn't seem like it matters if I really pick anything here. Apparently there's a scene later on when you're talking to Iris that's way more important. Which I kind of figured would happen, because that's what happened in the first game as well. I just wasn't sure how important this part was. But just in case, I'm still deciding. This is rough. There's just so many people I'm interested in that choosing is going to be, well, it'll be a thing. Oh, someone's thirsty. May I recommend one of our tasty 32-ounce lemonades to quench your thirst? Fuck yeah, lemonade, dude. Oh my god, that sounds good. Let's just wait and see. No lemonade just yet. As you like, as you like. Thanks for the advice, you two. Happy to help. And here's your lunch. Literal food for thought. I pay for my delicious meal and settle into my favorite booth. You know it's my favorite, because it's almost molded to my butt because of how often I sit here. And I can barely believe it. Soon, very soon, I'll be living with all my friends under one roof. I should be nervous, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I suspect for reasons beyond improving our FOD2 skills. I've been living alone until now. Content to be alone, or so I told myself. Tonight, all of that changes. My thoughts return to much more current ones as I polish off the rest of my pizza. And I'm ready to get back to things. Let's talk to Rhapsody. I haven't really talked to Rhapsody much. Rhapsody's just hanging out in the laundry area upon first glance. But as I approach them, I see Rhapsody watching the movers with an attentive eye, senses glued to the people moving our boxed goods. I had Iris check several moving companies for me, and these ones were to the best. Sure, no moving accidents in over a year. Are you worried they're gonna throw your stuff around?
Nah.
Not exactly. I just want to ensure my belongings make it into the new home without any trouble. I have a lot of very important items in those boxes. I'd be heartbroken if something happened to them. And I really have nothing else I can do right now, right? Everything's packed up. Now that I think about it, actually, I guess I was a bit worried. You sensed it before I could. You're really getting in tune with all of us and our feelings, aren't you? It's what a good friend, and manager, and cat herder does. But no need to worry, Rhapsody. I'm not worried, and you shouldn't be worried. Just think of how grand this will be. All of us friends living together. Think of all the training and the laughs that'll be had. Everything from here on out is going to be perfect. Mostly. What do you mean, mostly?
Might work?
I do enjoy your very gung-ho attitude about everything. Makes me hopeful in turn. But oblivious optimism is not the smartest way to approach this. While most times will be just dandy, there will also certainly be issues. You need to be prepared for that. What if Zap and I have an argument over the lack of peace and quiet in our room? What if Loxley and Domino can't agree on how cluttered they keep their space? What if Grace and Jinx start fighting over rent? How will you deal with those tumultuous episodes when they arise? We're all adults, we'll communicate. I've had a fighting ring installed just for this. I mean, yeah, we're all adults. Just be mature. Communicate. That's the name of the game, man. It's not like I haven't thought about this. Of course, sometimes we won't all get along. This isn't some happy, idealistic bubble I'm living in. But I also know we're all capable adults. On top of that, we're all friends. We know how to talk to each other. We just have to be an open floor from the start, and be able to share our feelings with each other. Honesty and understanding and willingness to listen is the cocktail for success. If that's the drink you're serving, I'll gladly slurp up that mix. Thanks. Gross. Rhapsody takes a deep breath and a moment to mull over my words. They seem hesitant, but wanting to continue this conversation. I don't mean to overstep. I've lived firsthand with this experience, and sometimes it gets ugly. You mean when you lived with Team P2W? Rhapsody nods, a slight sadness to their smile. No matter how cheery and great it seems at first, there are things you can't possibly know about those who you are moving in with. We all have our secrets. P2W certainly had theirs. I didn't realize how awful they all were until I lived with them. When I first joined, I merely thought their haughtiness was all an act. Most of us tend to inflate our personalities when we're in the spotlight, and I thought it was all for show. But as we know, it's not.
That's not a good look.
I saw them harass and abuse others in the community. Constantly. Winning is all that mattered to them, and they did everything and anything to do so. Sabotage and manipulation were always on the table with them. And no matter how hard I tried to acknowledge it, I had the means to win. I had the resources at my fingertips. I was surrounded by the best. I could have won. really won. But in the end, I just couldn't deal with it. Wait, I thought you said they kicked you out. They did. After I gave up emotionally, my skills and performance tanked. The harassment turns to me, thinking it would inspire me to do better.
It was my fault.
It didn't. And eventually, they officially removed me. I constantly think, what if? What if I had stayed? What if I had just done something? Would it have changed anything? Yeah, I mean, it's like, sure, what if you ended up winning? No. These are unreasonable expectations to put on yourself. I mean, I would say something more like the past is the past. Like, there's no worrying about the what-ifs. The time has already passed. You can't change what's already happened. But yeah, that's close enough, I suppose. Playing the what-if game will get you nowhere, Rhapsody. You're smart enough to see that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's true. You could have 1,000 what-if scenarios running in your head, but honestly, do you think that if you'd stayed in that house that you'd be here now? With Next Fiasco? Maybe? I think as much as you'd wish that, deep in your heart, you know you wouldn't be the same. That kind of attitude warps people. I know because my rival, Moon Jelly, is exactly that way, and fits right in with P2W. Literally. I can remember a time when both of us were newbies in the FOD community. Moon Jelly was nice to me, and we used to cheer each other on. Then his desire to win became too strong and he changed. So if you had stayed with P2W, you wouldn't be the great friend I know now.
I see your point.
Yeah, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. More sense than I'd like to admit. Regardless, I'm done dwelling on the past for now. I have new things to focus my energy on. I need to elevate my skills in FOD2. It's not just about your performance. The joys of FOD2 is that you always have a partner. Doubles. Yes, that's true. It's been singles all my life. I've never tried to achieve greatness in a doubles team.
What if we switch it up?
This new game brings new challenges. Maybe if I can't do it alone, I can reach success with a friend. You're not alone, Rhapsody. Our success is your success. We'll all work together to win. And I promise we won't be a reflection of your experience at P2W's team house. That's a relief. I'm glad to not have that stress. Yeah, that's the spirit. You won't need to escape from us. Unless we all turn into zombies, then you should run. Definitely run. I'd like to keep my brain, yes. Thanks for talking to me about all this. I think we're going to have a great time living together. I think so too. Rhapsody's eyes dart away from me and return to the movers. Oh, that's my casting equipment in that box. I need to make sure this gets up to the apartment without any hitches. I nod in understanding as Rhapsody jumps up and helps the movers with the doors. Reflecting briefly on my conversation with Rhapsody, sure, there will be some tough times ahead. I know all of us working together should be able to conquer anything before us. I trust in this team. Trust in us. Speaking of us, I should see what the rest of us are up to right now. Hang on, the sun's already gone down. Why the heck haven't we moved in yet? I'd say we're burning daylight, but we're fresh out. Beep beep, you have an incoming message from Jenks. Hey there, oh my god. Without punctuation, I was like, oh? Hey there, Jen's trying to get our arcade game working and running into problems. Any idea how to boot a custom arcade PC? Real mess up here right now. Huh, it's just a PC in a fancy wooden box. I thought arcade games were all specialized hardware. Retro games, yes. Modern ones tend to use off-the-shelf components. Want me to reply to her? Oh wait, I've got another message for you, this time from Grace. I could use a hand moving my game collection. Can you take the subway to the 23rd Street station? Moving these boxes myself is proving difficult. I don't think I can leave either of them hanging. Rhapsody could easily get an FOD2 machine going. They're a computery type person like you. And I'm sure Loxley would be more than happy to carry some boxes for Grace. So, who should I send where? Not to show more favoritism towards Grace, but also it just makes more sense, I feel like, because Rhapsody is a little more techie than I am. So, yeah. Iris, can you message Rhapsody? Ask them to head upstairs to fix up our FOD2. I'm going uptown to help Grace.
Okay.
You got it. The apartment will be ready to go by the time you get back. Tucking my phone back in my pocket, I head out the doors of GCF and off to the subway. With half the city packing it in for the day and the other half getting ready for the night ahead, it's a fairly crowded train ride up to 23rd Street. I rarely go uptown. Not much point. That's where all the finance and business hubbub goes down, and where the rich establish their legacies. I guess this is where Grace used to live, in her family's manor house. A manor house in the middle of a city being pretty damn weird to boot. But while I'm expecting to get further directions from the tram station to meet her at home, she's actually at the station and waiting for me. Along with 4 giant cardboard boxes packed to the brim with plastic cartridges. Honestly, it's a miracle I managed to carry them all myself, but when I got to the turnstile, well, I realized I couldn't do this on my own.
Thanks a bunch.
Moving these is so much easier with a helper. The old game console carts shifting around in my box as the subway rattles around menacingly are a bit worrying. Hopefully the rough ride isn't damaging them. Dude, old big game cartridges are not that fragile. Like, I'm thinking like N64 games. Those things are beefy as hell. Yeah, I am wondering why she didn't use the moving service. Yeah. I don't get it. We hired movers to help with stuff like this, Grace. They could have packed up and relocated your whole collection for you. Iris sent a sign-up sheet around to the whole team, but you didn't sign up for anything. Why not? It's really not a bother, honest. I figured I wouldn't want to trouble anyone. Easier under the circumstances to take them myself, right? Besides, these are my babies. I can't trust them to just anyone. I guess you wanted to focus on your games first and foremost, right? Clothes, furniture, other knickknacks can come later. I already kept some of my clothes at Jinx's place. That's all I really need. I live digitally, not physically. Well, okay, so old video games are a bit more physical and plasticky than pure digital, but you get the idea. This is odd. Everybody else, excluding Domino, had oodles of stuff to move over to the new apartments. And given what I already know about Grace's living situation, I think I have a guess why. Grace, level with me, okay? I was gonna say, did she not tell her parents she was moving out? You didn't sign up for moving trucks to show up at your house. You aren't taking any stuff other than your game collection. It's almost like you're sneaking out of your family home. I left a note. You left a note to say you're moving away from home?
I don't like confrontations.
Girl, that's crazy. That's crazy work. I didn't want a huge confrontation. There'd be yelling and demands, and they'd put all sorts of guilt on me, and I just wanted to quietly slip out. Not be a bother to anyone, not stir up any trouble.
I don't
need any stuff from my home. All I need are the games I love. And if they get mad, well, I can deal with that later, right? I mean, unless, like... Because to me, I thought she still wanted at least, like, a good relationship with her family. Like, if she was more like, nah, I'm moving and kicking them to the curb, I'd be like, yeah, just leave that note and say, see ya. But, like, it feels like she's just doing it to avoid any kind of confrontation. And I'm like, that's not healthy. Obviously, I mean, who likes confrontation, really? I hate it. But at the end of the day, there are some things that you have to do, you know? So, just saying. Family drama alert! We have reached DEFCON 5. Awooga. Yeah, no, for sure. But what's done is done. We've got to finish the move-in to the new headquarters. And clearly, she's uncomfortable talking about it. I can help her deal with the fallout later. For now, I should at least try to keep her in good cheer. So, how many games are in these boxes anyway? Let me see. About 200 NES carts, 100 SNES, the Sega Genesis carts, about 100 loose discs for the Sega, Dreamcast, Nintendo, PlayStation, and the Atari XLX, plus a few mint rares and some prototypes. I've got a box of Stadium events, a Nintendo World Championship Grey cart. They've even got a rare ET prototype for the Atari 2600, which was totally awful. Thank goodness they fixed it before release, right? That sounds valuable. Old and valuable.
Of course.
Yep, I curate my collection very carefully. I didn't have enough space in the storage unit for too many games, so I only picked ones I really wanted. It took years scouring the collector's scene for the games I wanted, but it's more or less complete now. I mean, I'm always tweaking and tuning the archive a little. Wait, you keep it all in a storage unit? Not your bedroom? And Grace's good cheer wobbles a little.
Well, I mean, I wasn't technically allowed to.
I was gonna say, I mean, with her situation, it feels like it would have just caused problems.
My parents saw video games as a waste of time. I wasn't allowed to own a video game console. They barely tolerate my little portable one because I insisted it's more of a computer than a game system, thanks to my extensive modifications. So, I keep my stuff off-site, away from their disapproving glares. But now, I can keep it at Jinx's place. She doesn't mind at all, and even lets me hook up some of my old consoles there. And even better, I can share these wonderful games with everyone else. I know our focus is on arcade games, FOD2, yeah, but also Zappers, Lycan games, and domino shooters. But I hope I can show you all the love I have for these cute little toys from days gone by. Back when all you needed was a gamepad, a best friend, and a TV to live your best life.
She shifts her grip on the heavy box, arms growing a bit weary despite her high spirits carrying her along. I'll admit, this sort of good cheer is infectious. I know about as much about console games as I do arcade games, but I know passion when I hear it. I know how you feel. I love PC games, but I'm the only one on the team who does. How about after the housewarming party, we do the Mario until the break of dawn? When did you first meet everyone else if you're primarily a console gamer, not arcader? Yeah. I mean, I like this response. I don't know if she's gonna like it. Now with Grace, I doubt all of these, like, middle responses, but we'll see. I think what this calls for is an all-night marathon of Italian plumbers jumping on turtles, straight on until dawn. What do you say? Once everybody's done celebrating the big move-in, we set up your game consoles and get to gaming.
I really don't think that's, I mean...
I didn't mean tonight, bro. Why does she mention fun, and then when I mention fun, she's allergic to fun? It's okay if she says it, but not when I say it. What is happening? I think I'm gonna want to sleep tonight, actually. I'm trying to pull less all-nighters, not more. Sometimes I get so hyper-focused on developing my own game that I go hours and hours long into the night, and I feel all run down and awful after. This doesn't make any fucking sense. She literally has said multiple times now, I want to share these games with people. I want friends to play my games with. I want to show my games to people. Me. Hey, maybe we should play your games. Grace. I don't want to do that. Why would we do that? Why do I even try? Why do I try, man? I mean, not that I don't want to play games with you. I'm just saying, I'm trying to say that I wouldn't even mind playing for hours. Just, Grace, it's cool. I get it. And we'll have plenty of time for console games in and around our FOD2 training, right? Right. From the screech of brakes and the way my center of gravity protests, it seems the train's slowing down before the Chinatown stop. And here we are, ready to make Next Fiasco headquarters official? You bet. I know I was a little hesitant at first, what with my family situation, but I think that we're really going to get along. Just... Hello? What the fuck? Knocking her to the floor is crazy. Just as the doors start to open, someone slams into Grace, knocking her to the floor. Her box pops open, games scattering everywhere. The man quickly spots a white cardboard box in the pile, grabs it, and runs out the doors before I can even react. What is happening? Instinctively, I move to help Grace pick up herself along with her fallen game collection, but she waves me away as she gets to her own feet.
Oh no.
You've got to stop that guy. He's got one of my favorite games. Oh, but I'll handle this. Just go, please. It feels weird abandoning a friend, but that insistent look in her eyes gives my feet wings as I sprint from the train and up the stairs. Am I doing this? Am I seriously doing this? I'm doing this. I'm seriously doing this. The thief isn't exactly a world-class athlete, so catching his trail is easy enough as he dashes through the streets of Chinatown. But he still has a head start. If he makes a few twists and turns, ducks around a corner, escapes my sight, my heart's pounding out of my chest as I desperately wish I had done some actual freaking cardio instead of playing FOD2 endlessly for years. I need to get an edge on this chase, or he's going to escape me. Raw speed isn't enough. I'm saving. I don't want to fuck this up. I would say take a shortcut is probably the best option. Shouting is not gonna make that dude stop. It's either this or consult Iris, but I think I'm gonna take a shortcut. Does this fucker really think he can outrun me in my own city? I own these streets. I've been wandering Chinatown all week, learning nooks and crannies. If I take a left down this alley, dash across that road, take a right at the corner store... There, I'm ahead of him. He's turning to run the other way, but that 180 is enough to slow him down considerably. I'm seeing spots as I desperately pump my legs, trying to close the last gap between myself and the fleeing game thief. And finally, he makes a mistake. He dashes into a dead-end alley, allowing me to catch up. Nowhere to run now. Whoa. He's too out of breath to even form a complete sentence. Now's my chance. I'm gonna threaten him, I think. You can give me back Grace's game, or I can give you an ass-whooping so brutal it goes back in time and kills your grandparents. Decide. Do you have any idea what this game is? I'll pay you $1,000, no, $5,000. Please. On cue, Grace catches up with us, and oddly, she's not the least bit out of breath, despite running the same distance we did. Okay, the subway attendant was nice enough to watch my boxes while I caught up to you. Wait, you're...
What?
Norman? You're the one who stole my game? Damn it, you weren't supposed to get a good look at me. You know this piece of shit, Grace? Yes, he's a regular on the game collectors forums I visit. We traded tips on rare games for auction before. Norman, why? Why would you steal from me? Because you don't deserve this game. You aren't a real collector. You aren't trying to get a full set. I've been trying for years to get a full NES set, and this is the last piece. Do you even know how much this game is worth? Back up. What game are we talking about exactly? Oh, it's Stadium Events. It's an exercise game. Very rare. There's only about 20 legitimate copies left in the world. Normally, Stadium Events cost $30,000 in the open market, but... You stuck-up little rich girl. Do you have any clue how hard the rest of us have to struggle to afford rare games? People like you just throw down a wad of daddy's money and buy up the last few rares in the world, hoarding them. It's not right. It's not fair. She's doing the same thing you are, bro. Like, sure, she's got money, but she's also like a game collector. It's not like she's a scalper. It's not like she's buying it and then selling it for 5 times the price. She's buying it to have it, like, to collect it. It's the same thing. She just happens to have more money. I'm just saying. I see. Norman, if this game really means that much to you, well, girl, stand up! Grace, stand up! I guess you can keep it. Stand up! He stole from you! No! What? What? He loves his collection. He loves his games. He'll get a lot of love out of stadium events too. So, if he really wants it, I guess he should have it. Yeah, don't reward him for bad behavior. He tried to steal it. I understand you want people to love and respect games, but you don't have to give up something you love either. Yeah. Come on, he's a thief. He deserves punishment, not a free game. You can't reward bad behavior, Grace. Don't let people walk all over you. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for justice. That's what I'm saying. It's not really that big of a deal. Really. There's no need to make this more than it is. What are you talking about? Oh, it's thank fuck. I was really gonna be so mad. I was like, we are not about to give a game for free to the person who literally snatched it from your stuff. Also, I don't know if she's lying or not when she says it's counterfeit anyway. Totally worthless. Is it though? Or is she actually really trying to get him to give up? Yeah, I bought it from a repro crafter for like $5. It's fake. You own a fake stadium events? Why do you own a fake stadium events? It's a total garbage game aside from its resale value.
Aww.
Hey, I really like that game. It's great for my daily cardio routine. But if you can find the same joy in this game, well, I'd be happy to. And he practically hurls the game at us in disgust. I don't want your worthless counterfeit. I'm trying to complete my collection and flip it for enough to buy a Ferrari. Yeah, see, he didn't even... Whatever. Ugh, this whole thing has been a waste of my time. In a cloud of absolute fury, he marches past us, exiting the scene. Huh. Should we go after him or something? Maybe it's for the best. I'm not really interested in pressing charges. I got my game back, and honestly, I don't need any more stress in my life.
That's unfortunate.
I am a little disappointed to find out he only wanted the game for its resale value, though. I go to those collectors forums because I want to share my love for video games. Knowing some people are only in it for the money, well, it's a pity, you know? So, shall I get my stuff back from the Subway Transit Authority, then head on down to Good Clean Fun? Magnus? Just swallowing down a massive headache. You know, you've really helped me out through this transition. You were there when I was scared about my family's reaction. You were here for me tonight.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how I can say thank you enough for all of that. You only met me recently, and yet I feel I can trust you completely. Oh, I'm not here. I'm not straight. I don't like you like that. Fuck. Oops. No. I do it for anyone else on the team, too. I'm your coach slash manager slash cat wrangler, aren't I? This is what I do, and I do it damn well. That you do. I'm glad you're here for everyone else, too. I see great things in our future. Okay, let's get home. Our new headquarters awaits. This is it. The culmination of my efforts. I want to see it. No, of our efforts. Everyone had to pitch in. Jinx giving up her personal space, Grace willing to deal with her family situation, everyone agreeing to uproot their steady day-to-day lives in favor of making Next Fiasco headquarters a reality. With the last details handled, we gather outside one of the 2 front doors to our suite of apartments and are ushered in by Jen. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Look at that giant cat tower. Holy shit, floor to ceiling? That's nuts. Thank you for your patience. I wanted to make sure everything was just right before the big unveiling. Without further ado, welcome to Next Fiasco headquarters. Also known as my apartment, to be specific. One of the 2 connected apartments. We installed a door so you can pass back and forth without needing to go into the main hallway. Both apartments have a cozy kitchen, spacious bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. According to the room assignments you requested, in this apartment, Jinx and Grace will share a room, while Magnus will be by himself. Oh man, I got a whole room? Damn! An even number of bedrooms and an odd number of residents means Magnus gets his own room. What luck. In this apartment, you'll also find Grace's classic gaming library and Jinx's music library. Please, please, consider playing your albums at a lower volume, dear sister. I promise nothing. Moving on. The second apartment is where we've assembled your shiny new FOD2 game. Here, you'll also find Rhapsody's streaming rig and a kitchen fully stocked with your favorite snacks. But please eat something other than pizza bagels and nachos. We've installed a stove for a reason. Zapper and Rhapsody will be sharing one of the bedrooms. Assuming I'm not out partying all night long, of course. I wonder if we'll even use the room. I'll be pulling a lot of all-nighters editing FOD2 strategy videos. And the other bedroom will be occupied by Domino and Loxley. Do we get bunk beds? Bunk beds are awesome, but I'll take the lower bunk. Heights make me nauseated. Alas, they are but singletons, but regardless, I swear that we shall bond as roomies and brothers, my good fellow. And that's everything. Rent is due on the 1st of the month, sharp. Fortunately, your sponsor is footing the bill. Any questions? Just one.
Aw, yeah.
Who's gonna play the very first round of FOD2 in this sweet new pad? Are you calling dibs? Oh, heck no. Just checking if anybody else was calling dibs, and if not, I think I've got a cool idea. Zapper steps back and nudges both Jinx and Grace to step forwards. I say we have a battle for Hygiene Officer of Next Fiasco headquarters. That means Jinx and Grace teaming up against Magnus.
What?
Accepted. Great. Losing team has to clean our apartments for a week. There are stakes now? Oh dear. It's cool. We're gonna clean headquarters by wiping the floor with Magnus. You and I got this, Grace.
Okay.
Okay then, we've got this. We'll win, I just know it. Okay then, as my partner, I'll pick... Oh no, you don't get to pick. We need to make this fun.
Ha ha!
You're gonna use online matchmaking and team up with a rando. Is it gonna be my rival? That'd be so good. If it just so happens to be him. Please, 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 please. What?
Nice.
What's the matter? Don't think you can carry some scrub to victory? I'm willing to try, see what happens, good luck, have fun. Yeah, I mean, the stakes are really not that high, it's just cleaning. I'll try anything at least once, and hey, it's all in good fun, right? May the best team win. We gather around the single-screen game, plugging in joysticks and keyboards and such. It's more cramped than the spacious 2-screen deluxe version downstairs, but we manage. I let the matchmaker spin its wheels until eventually it settles on. Oh man, your partner is named XX Papa Smurf 69XX? Huh? What the? That's my random partner? Silly name, but so what? No, I know the handle. That's not just some rando. Oh, it is Moonjelly. Yes! That's Moonjelly's Smurf account. Smurf account? An alternate fake game handle you play under when you want to fight without anyone knowing who you really are. What the hell is Moonjelly doing playing on that old Smurf account? He's a big-time P2W competitor now. If you don't want to play with someone you don't like, we could cancel the match and try again. No. Let's see how this plays out. I'm too curious to stop now. Okay, if you insist. Okay, here we go. Loser scrubs toilets for a week. With chores on the line and my rival, for some reason, ending up having my back, I line up my fingers on the keys and get ready to fight. Sweet. I'm winning. Honestly, if it wasn't Moonjelly, I would just lose it because it doesn't really matter. But because it's me and Moonjelly, and I want to romance my rival, I have to do it. Yes! Kicked P2W's ass, beat down L7, and took you both to school. I am unstoppable. Yes, you're cool, you're badass, we get it. No need to be a sore winner. Right. Good game, you two. Well fought. Did I seriously just act like a colossal tool in front of my teammates? Where'd that come from? I'm just glad I could enjoy a game with my friends. That's what I'm looking forward to most, now that we're all together. Being able to share something we love, more so than ever before. Okay, I'm excited. I'm into this. Let's keep going, keep going. How about a battle between Apartment 109's roomies? Domino and Loxley against Zapper and Rhapsody. Indeed! Domino, we ride to battle as one. Tally-ho and all that crap. You know I'm always down. Rhapsody, you ready? You bet. I've got some new techniques I want to try out. With the team swarming around our new game, everyone eager to have a turn, they'll be playing long into the night, no doubt. I've had my moment in the sun. Besides, there's something odd about that battle, which I may want to look into. Call up, call up, call up, call up Moon Jelly! I can't stop thinking about Moon Jelly using his old Smurf account during that battle. It doesn't make sense that he would do this. Something fishy is totally going on. Pulling out my phone, I tap past Iris and into my contacts to give Moon Jelly a ring. You're welcome. What? What are you going on about? For the win. You're welcome. You know it was all me that brought us to victory. My sweet moves, my quick thinking, my plays. You're just lucky I was on my Smurf account during that battle, so your teammates don't have to see your rival getting those W's for you. Yeah, about that. What's up? Can a monarch not go among peasants from time to time? How else am I supposed to see what tactics the common folk are using? No one else would have caught it, but I did. The slight hesitation in his voice. You don't think I can't see through your lies by now? Be honest with me. You're big-time P2W now, right? I'm sure you signed a contract restricting you to only playing on your official P2W handle. Have to maintain that celebrity status at all times. So why dip back into your old Smurf account? Listen, I don't expect you to come even close to understanding the pressure surrounding me right now. Any normal human would snap. She's always watching me. I never get a break. Sometimes, I just need a break. She says she wants to support my dreams, but that seems to translate into constant pressure. There's a small pause on the phone. But I am no mortal. You merely saw me falter for a moment, and it won't happen again. In fact, like right now. This conversation is over. And Moon Jelly hangs up on me. That's not the worst conversation I've had with him, but something did seem off. Can't believe I'm thinking this, but I hope everything is okay. I let the thoughts leave me as I focus on something more important. The friends in front of me. I rejoin them in celebrations. With that matter settled, I return to the housewarming party, already in progress. And the house is warm indeed. Warm feelings and good tidings all around. When my sponsor suggested this idea of building a team house, it felt to me like the next logical step going from an amateur to pro. Get a team together, get sponsored, get a house, fight in tournaments, qualify for the Pro Tour, win the Pro Tour, hoist the trophy, and then immortality. Every single step along the path being a hard granite slab you smash down into the ground to pave the way to victory. But there's more to this new home than just a stepping stone. Just like how that fight was about more than who won or lost. It's about us, making something all of us can share together. Win or lose, champion or failure, we built something today. And I hope it lasts a long, long time. The best days are ahead of us. Oh my god, that's so random. 3 days later.
Who replaced the desktop wallpaper on my computer with a photo montage of scary clowns? It's not funny.
What happened to my lucky socks? They were right here. I need them. I need my lucky socks.
Someone left the door open, and now Minx is lost in the building. And that someone better find her, or that someone is gonna get an ass whooping.
That's the most valid concern thus far. Oh my god. I'd start vomiting from anxiety. Oh my god.
Loxley, I swear to R and Jesus, if you don't stop humming that song under your breath, I'm gonna tear out your throat and feed it to you.
The best days are ahead of us. Honest. It's an adjustment period. It's only been 3 days. Cleared level 3. Yahoo! Take a look at my scores. Domino's opening up to you, as usual. Yeah, still got the, like, compassion one, but I'm getting a lot more of, like, the, what is it, steady? Is that what it's called in this, what is it, like, compassionate, steady, gutsy, neutral, something, I don't remember all the names. But I'm getting more of that one this time around. Alright. No, I am good to go. I don't need to change my character. Yes, I would like to save. Okay, I'm gonna save over this since it ended up good. Okay. Well, I always forget when I hit return, it just launches me into this. Let me leave! Yes. Okay, cool. So that was episode 3. That one, I think I said in the last one too, the pacing of that one was pretty good. I'm liking when the pacing is a little bit faster. Like, these conversations with, like, the one-on-one characters, and when I pick the times or whatever, when I pick who I go to, the interactions have been a good length. They haven't been too long. Which I think I said before too, but it was kind of a loss in the first game, where it's like some of the interactions just dragged on for, like, a really long time. And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of filler going on. Like, I get it. So the pacing of these, while the episodes are still pretty long, I've been recording for, like, almost 2.5 hours at this point. Yeah, these episodes are still pretty long, but at least, like, the interactions that you pick out are really not too badly paced for these, like, middle chapters, which is very nice. Especially middle chapters, because it can be sort of a slog to get through in a visual novel if you're just trying to kind of get through it, and it's segmented into chapters or levels or whatever you want to call it, and the middle ones just, like, take up a ridiculous amount of time, when it's like, okay, why are we fluffing it up, you know what I mean? We're stuffing it to the brim when it doesn't need all of that. But so far with these middle chapters, it's not having that problem for me. So, good stuff. I like that. That is going to be it for this one, though. I'm still trying to keep it chapter by chapter. So that's going to be it for this one. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Especially if you made it this far. If you did make it this far, it would mean a lot if you subscribed. I play plenty of games like this and plenty of games not like this. And if you have any recommendations or things you want to see me play, please let me know. I love playing suggestions and hearing any suggestions. Makes me very happy. Otherwise, you can go ahead and like the video if you liked it, share it with everybody and everybody if you so choose. My link tree is down in the description if you want to follow me on anything else. I release books as well. I have a book out, and I have a new book coming out, either in the next couple or few months or so. So we will see when that gets done, and I'm sure I'll announce it in a video once it's published, but yeah, it's about, if you're interested, it's about, it's a sapphic fantasy novella with elves, and it's not too long, it's not too short, you could probably finish it in, like, a single sitting if you really wanted to, and it's about an elven woman named Valen, who is the only being in existence that has magic, but the magic infects her like a voice, and it makes her insane, so she, like, never uses it. Until she meets a girl named Asta, and things ensue! So, I'll say that, but if you're interested in any of that, or my book that I already have out, please go check that out. That would be really, really cool. But yeah, otherwise I'll stop yapping now. And that's gonna be it. Thank you so much again. and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!